Hare Krishna, Bhagavad Gita Chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Matajis. Dandavat Pranams. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Today, by the mercy of Sri Guru and Gauranga, we shall discuss Chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita, Transcendental Knowledge. Whatever little I am able to present is only due to the mercy of my spiritual master and my Shiksha Guru. I sincerely offer my gratitude and respectful obeisances unto them. What happened in chapter 3? In chapter 3, Krishna glorified transcendental knowledge, but he did not explain it in detail. He explained that transcendental knowledge helps us raise to a higher level of consciousness. It transforms Sakama Karma Yoga into Nishkama Karma Yoga, helps us conquer lust, purifies our consciousness, and finally, Krishna instructed, surrender all of your work unto me. But naturally, a question comes, who is Krishna? Why should I surrender to him? Chapter 4 answers these questions. In one sense, transcendental knowledge. In one sense, transcendental knowledge simply means knowledge about Krishna. So let us travel through the entire chapter together. Verse 1 and 2, the Parampara system. Krishna first explains how this knowledge was handed down. He says, I instructed this science to the sun god Vivaswan. Vivaswan instructed Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu instructed Ikshvaku. Thus, Bhagavad Gita was understood through the disciplic succession. But with time, the knowledge became lost. Verse 3, who came understand Bhagavad Gita? Verse 3, who can understand Bhagavad Gita? Krishna tells Arjuna, Bhakto semi sakha cheti, you are my devotee and my friend. Therefore, Arjuna is qualified to receive this confidential knowledge. So, Bhagavad Gita is understood through devotion, friendship, faith and service. Arjuna's question. Arjuna becomes curious. Krishna, you are standing before me, but the sun god lived millions of years ago. How could you have instructed him? Arjuna asks these questions, not because he doubts Krishna, but for the benefit of all future generation. Verse 5 to 10, Krishna reveals his greatness. Krishna says, we have both taken many births, Arjuna. You do not remember them, but I remember all of them. Then Krishna describes his transcendental position. Although he appears in this world, he is unborn and his body is eternal and spiritual. He is the supreme Lord of all living beings. Verse 7, a very famous verse. Whenever there is a decline in religion and an increase in irreligion, Krishna appears. But why does he descend? Verse 8 gives 3 reasons. Number 1, to protect his devotees. Paripranaya sadhunam. Number 2, to destroy the miscreants. Vinashaya cha dushkritam. Number 3, to re-establish true religion. Dharma samsthapanarthaya. Therefore, Krishna appears age after age. Verse 9, the great promise, Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyam. Anyone who understands my transcendental appearance and activities in truth will not take birth again. After leaving this body, such a soul returns to Krishna's eternal abode. What a wonderful promise, right? Verse 10, Krishna says many people in the past became purified through this knowledge and attains love for him. Verse 11. Krishna reciprocates. Now another question arises. What about people who do not approach Krishna? Krishna answers beautifully. Ye yata mam prapatyante. As people surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Krishna reciprocates with everyone. Everyone is following his path, knowingly or unknowingly. Why do people worship demigods? Some people want quick material results. Therefore, they worship demigods. But then another question comes. How will such people become purified? Verse 13. The four varnas, Krishna says, Chaturvaryam maya srishtam. He created the system of Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. By properly performing their duties and offering the result to Krishna, people gradually become purified. Verse 14 and 15. Although Krishna creates and maintains everything, he remains untouched by work. Great liberated souls in the past also performed their duties for Krishna's pleasure and attained perfection. Verse 16 to 24. Understanding karma. Krishna now discusses the mystery of action. He explains action, inaction, forbidden action. These subjects are very difficult to understand. Then Krishna describes the qualities of detached worker. Such a people is satisfied, is independent, gives up proprietorship, controls the senses, is free from envy, remains equal in success and failure, is fixed in transcendental knowledge. Such a person attains perfection. Different types of sacrifices from verses 25 to 33. Krishna speaks about various sacrifices. Some perform Dravya Yajna, charity, Tapo Yajna, austerity, Yoga Yajna, Svadhyaya Jnana Yajna, study of scriptures. Different people perform different sacrifices according to their nature. But what is the purpose of all sacrifices? To gain transcendental knowledge and become purified. Verse 34. One of the most important verses. Suppose someone asks, how can I quickly obtain transcendental knowledge? Krishna gives the answer. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Approach a self-realized soul. And how should we approach? 3 things are required. Humility, pranipatena, sincere inquiry, pariprashnena, service, seva. Then the enlightened souls will impart transcendental knowledge. Verse 35 to 38. The glory of knowledge. What happened when we receive this knowledge? Krishna says, even the greatest sinner can cross over the ocean of suffering. Knowledge burns sinful reactions into ashes. And in verse 38, Krishna declares, there is nothing more pure and sublime than transcendental knowledge. Nothing compares with it. Verse 39, who receives knowledge? Krishna says, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. A person with faith receives transcendental knowledge. But what about those who are faithless and doubtful? Krishna says, the ignorant, faithless and doubtful soul suffers. Such a person finds happiness neither in this world nor in the next. Therefore, Krishna warns us not to nourish unnecessary doubts. Verse 41 and 42. Krishna's final appeal. One who acts in devotion and renounces the fruit of work becomes free from all doubt. Knowledge cuts in ignorance. And finally, Krishna calls upon Arjuna. Arjuna, rise up and fight. In this way, Chapter 4 beautifully reveals Krishna's transcendental nature, his appearance, his activities, the importance of sacrifice, the glory of spiritual knowledge, and the process of approaching a bona fide spiritual master. And if we ask, what is the essence of all these 42 verses? The answer is very simple. In this age of Kali, the easiest way to awaken transcendental knowledge and love for Krishna is by chanting the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much for your kind hearing. Your humble servant, Sneha Sundari Devi Dasi. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga.